So now we have this one that says making 10 grids and number bonds. I don't know what a number bond is. Oh, okay. So now we're making 10, and we're making 10 by essentially counting the spaces that are left over. Yeah? We've got 7 in our 10 grid. We talked about 10 grids last time, so, you know, we already talked about that. And we want to know how many we have to add to make 10. This kind of looks like an egg carton to me, although egg cartons, at least in the United States, are usually 12. There are 3 empty spaces, so 3 plus 7 equals 10. And again, even if you don't have to look at the image, even if you don't have to look at that to know that 8 plus 2 is 10, you should go back. You should absolutely practice your fundamentals. You might be surprised to learn that you still have more improving to do. Again, we all do, all the time. That's the growth mindset. 3 plus 7 is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 is 5 plus 5. I like that it's showing the same problem with 2 different visualizations. That's really nice. And then 1 plus 9 is 10. Moving on. We're back to making 10. And again, just another way of seeing the same thing. This time they are removing the scaffolding of the 10 grids, right? We're just expected to deal with it without any visuals. And again, we're looking at algebra here. This is an equation. Instead of a blank, that's an x. You are subtracting 7 from both sides. The answer is x equals 3. We are teaching advanced, you know, sort of algebraic ideas in kindergarten, and I think it's really important that we acknowledge that. So 10 is 8 plus 2. 10 is 3 plus 7. 10 is 6 plus 4. 10 is 1 plus 9. 10 is 5 plus 5. 10 is 6 plus 4. Awesome. So now we're ready to move on to quiz 1, which should deal with these small subtractions and additions. Again, as a teacher, I would not assign quiz 1 until a little bit after the fact. But if you are a young adult or adult going back to Khan Academy, then just go through and do it. It's fine. It's not going to take as long as they think. There are 2 ways to make 10 monkeys. According to this, we could do 5 plus 5, and we could do 7 plus 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. Very nice. Again, that symmetry. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. And quiz 1 is done. No problem. We are killing this. So now I have this add within 10, which is our next thing. So let's do it. So we started out with add within 5, right? We did like 1 plus 2 and 3 minus 2 and that sort of thing. And now we're just expanding it a little bit. We're not asking our students to make these gigantic leaps right away. We're just taking a small step up from adding within 5 to adding within 10. So let's go ahead and do this. Oh, that's so adorable. Look at those 2. All right. 2 flowers plus 2 flowers equals 4 flowers. Four crayons plus 1 crayon. And again, if they are still uncomfortable, and I know I keep talking about this, but these are going to be chopped up into smaller videos for YouTube later on. If you don't know, or if they don't know, if they don't understand the 4 plus 1, they can still just count the crayons and see that the answer is 5. So long as they have their counting down, this should not be a huge, gigantic challenge. 4 roly-poly bugs, pill bugs, as my dad would call them, plus 5 ladybugs equals 9 total bugs. And also, I like that they are throwing in the idea of units and the idea of different sets of creatures that can be counted together. I like that a lot. Again, there's a lot of subtle foundation building going on here that you don't really get to see until you go all the way through it with an education perspective or an education expert and their perspective. 1 in the tree, 5 in the fence. Laser drive, thank you. I'm glad you've been here. Have fun lurking. I see 6 squirrels total. 3 horses and 2 pigs, that's 5 animals. We're back to Stardew Valley again, which I've been playing every day. 5 apples on the tree and 5 on the ground. And that's the other thing. We're talking, these are word problems. These are word problems. And so many high school and middle school students talk about how much they hate word problems. But the thing is, all problems are word problems in the end, right? Other than those like 5 + 2 = blank problems, which aren't really that useful by themselves, you have to add words to a problem to give it context. So when people say they don't like word problems, that makes me a little bit worried about what they were brought up to expect from math and from life. Because it turns out people aren't going to hand you a math equation when you need to solve something. So cute. So 5 bubbles plus 3 bubbles equals 8 bubbles. And that's adding within 10. Okay, there are 5 chicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 of them fell asleep. 2 chicks are awake. This is the same thing, just again putting it into context. And I noticed that my desktop volume was off. I have turned it back on, so we should hear that nice. Yes, very good. There are 9 turtles. 7 of them are swimming right now. How many of them are not swimming? 2. I can't imagine how anyone would look at problems like this and think that Common Core is absurd or ridiculous. Like, yes, we're not going to talk about 9 turtles in real life, but kindergartners don't care about, like, stonks or whatever. They care about turtles. There are 9 turtles, and 7 of them are swimming. How many of them aren't? So, you know, don't knock it. There are 10 penguins. 8 of them like flowers. 2 penguins do not like flowers. Maybe they're allergic. Who knows? We're not going to judge. There are 3 otters, and they have cute little things that they're holding on to. 2 of them are not swimming. Oh, you can actually tell. I'm gonna pause for a second for those of you who can see it. Those of you English experts, and not necessarily experts, could probably tell what the answer from this is just by looking at the prompt. The word "is" very much implies that the answer is 1. 1 otter is not swimming. 7 hens, 2 of which fell asleep. There are 5 hens still awake. A farmer has 8 sheep. 7 are in the barn. That means 1 of them is not in the barn. And again, the fact that these pictures are here means that I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I can count the ones that were left out in case I need that extra support. There are 9 pigs, 4 of them are in the mud, so 5 of them are not. Subtraction within 10 is done.